So for the sake of time and effort, I don't put voiceovers in my Among Us videos much these days, but this game, it's quite an old one by the way, I think it's in a clip compilation as well, but I decided to upload it as a full game with editing just because it's so scuffed. I thought it was funny. I remember at the time, we'd been trolling behind the rock a lot, me and Chomp especially, and I wanted to try and see if I could win an imposter game by going behind the rock, getting seen, killing somewhere else, and then coming back. But that meant I ended up wasting an awful lot of time looking for the perfect kill. And yeah, this first round ended up being really slow because of that. I have absolutely no clue why I didn't open vitals here, but I'm pretty sure no one was dead anyway at this point, so it wouldn't have mattered. Here I was wiggling next to Chomp to get him to go behind the rock with me because I thought that'd be funny, but he didn't, so yeah, sad face. Here I quickly looked for a kill in the admin area, but then I saw my teammate, so I decided not to go kill there. So I just vented back and went behind the rock again. Here I think I considered killing bot there, but the cams was on and then black was right there, and then I went to cams and my teammate was there, and I don't want to frame them, so I ended up not killing there either, so I just sort of had to fix lights. This, in general, was pretty rough at this point, because I haven't killed anyone, and I don't think my teammates killed anyone at this point, so I was getting pretty worried that we were just going to lose on tasks at this point. After checking vitals and seeing that there's only one other person dead, I decided to just try and stack bodies in office. This is not something I would normally do. Office is not a good place to stack bodies. As you can see, that got reported immediately. I actually forgot that the bottom room, the water jug, shows up on cams. Otherwise, I probably would have reported that, but in the end, it worked out. For the record, behind the rock does not show up on cams. I have since tested this. Also, despite me walking into office on cams and there being an admin person, I somehow didn't get placed in office at all. So I was able to just get away with claiming behind the rock, which should absolutely not work, but this is totally something I would have done, given that we weren't playing super seriously this session. Also, my teammate got mixed up with who had the fish on with them in tree, which was kind of funny. There was also a bit of confusion here with people missing. Bot said he was on cams at the end, which led to them thinking for a second that the other body was in cams, but black was claiming circuit was where they were, which is on vitals, so there was a bit of confusion there, which helped. Here I was originally going to claim to have most of the last tasks, because it would check out with my story of being behind the rock and just not doing tasks, but I was worried I might get counterclaimed if a crewmate still alive had a ton of tasks left, so I didn't say it. So after a slightly confusing meeting in which no one got voted out, there's only 2 people dead and the tasks are almost done. So at this point, I didn't really think we were going to win anyway, so I was kind of just planning to kill off cooldown and then hope for the best, to be honest. So when I did that last kill, I was hoping that babies would just camp it and kill the next person who showed up, but apparently they were on cooldown still. So the strategy changed into push a narrative that Trey should have seen the killer, and because he hasn't seen the killer, he would either be the killer or defending his teammate. That was like the best thing I could think of to do at this point. But even then, I had very little faith that that would work. Yeah, if anyone questioned me further, I was just going to claim behind the rock. I was literally going to claim behind the rock most of the game. Once Bot asked where Trey was round 1, and Trey started getting annoyed with his answer, I think that was my first time this game where I actually genuinely realised that we could win this. Like, this was actually winnable at this point.